ultimate fishing authority in the Northeast, the Fisherman magazine.
No guessing, just catching. New Explore Series fish finders keep you locked on fish with unbeatable clarity, best-in-class imaging options, and a stunning ultra-bright HD screen. There's more to explore, only with Humminbird.
It's Thursday, September 25th, 2025. Happy birthday, Dad. I got you a little something. No, not likely. Today is the final day of New Jersey summer flounder season, of course, but a reminder to those fishing across the boundaries. Delaware's flounder season will continue through the end of the year. It never closes. Your minimum size limit is 17.5 inches, 4-fish bag. And of course, New York fluke season, that will continue through October 15th, where you have a 3-fish bag and a whopping 19.5-inch size limit. The good news here in New Jersey, of course, is black sea bass season reopens next Wednesday, October 1st. 10 per angler with a size limit of 12.5 inches through the 31st of October. Then it's a 15-fish bag through the end of this year. I'm Jim Hutchinson, New Jersey, Delaware Bay edition of the Fisherman magazine, here in Lakewood, New Jersey this week for the setup of the Jersey Shore Boat Sale and Expo, which takes place here at Shore Town Ballpark, home of the Jersey BlueClaws. Jersey Shore BlueClaws, they're the high A affiliate for the Philadelphia Phillies. It's where Cole Hamels, Ryan Howard, Alec Boehm, among others, all got their start. No BlueClaws game this weekend, so you can walk into the park ring, meet with the boat show vendors. The Fisherman will set up a subscription booth. We're going to be right over here at the front of the marketplace here this weekend. And of course, you've got plenty of boats and a lot of fishy options as well. Blackfin, Cape Horn, Carolina Skiff, Contender, Edgewater, Grady, Nautic Star, Parker Regulator, Robalo, Sailfish, Scout, Sea Chaser, Sea Fox, Sea Hunt, Sportsman, Tidewater Trophy, Valhalla, and more. Fishy options, like I said. Now, I spoke to Marine Trades Association Executive Director Melissa Danko while I was out here. She said there's going to be more than 250 boats on display this weekend. She said they have expanded their previously owned boat section. They're used boats. Not a lot of boat shows have used boats, but it's an expanded selection this year, so you have budget-friendly options. That's a bonus. Live music this weekend. There's 5 different bands from Friday through Sunday. The Kids Cove is here, and the kids get to run the bases inside the stadium here. The show runs Friday through Sunday, September 26th through the 28th. I'll be here on Friday. Jenni and John will be here Saturday and Sunday. Admission is $10. Kids 12 and under for that Kids Cove. They're admitted free, plus free parking, of course, here in Lakewood. Now, if you want to order your tickets in advance, go to jerseyboatexpo.com. You'll also get a free ticket for the winter show in February, the New Jersey Boat Sale and Expo in Edison, and a free ticket to next season's opening day here with the Jersey Shore BlueClaws. Now, here at the show this weekend, of course, you can pick up a complimentary issue of the September edition of the Fisherman magazine, but keep in mind, this week, the October edition is already out. You've got that. It went to print and will arrive in subscriber mailboxes by the end of the week. You can also get it in your convenience stores, your Wawas, local tackle shop, or marina. Now, it is a splashy cover because we're splashing around on the striper grounds inside as well. Heavy focus for October on striped bass. Umbrellas, Bucky D'Agostino, not the rainy day umbrellas, and I don't think we're going to see rain this weekend, but the umbrella rigs for stripers. We got the strip strike for those of you switching over from fresh to salt on the fly rod, Captain Jimmy Frieda. Surfcaster Shell Karras has a great article about the needlefish and his first experience with using that needlefish like 50 years ago and why it's so important today. You also have trout stocking rundown with Tom Pagliaroli because the spring or the fall stocking of rainbow trout in New Jersey will get underway in just a couple of weeks for you fall and winter trout fishermen. The big feature is the words from Republican Jack Ciattarelli and Democrat Mikey Sherrill. I told you about this 2 weeks ago. I had asked the candidates this question, quote, why should New Jersey boaters and anglers vote for you on November 4th? And as governor of New Jersey, what is your pledge to the recreational fishing community? It's a Fisherman exclusive. You won't find this anywhere else. Both candidates get 2 pages, equal time in the Fisherman to explain their positions on resource management and angling in the Garden State. I want to thank both of them, Mikey Sherrill and Jack Ciattarelli, for taking time to address our concerns in the recreational fishing community. But wait, there's more. 5 more feature stories in the glossy section and a tail end about the old bar at Barnegat Light.
It's the best time to buy a boat. The Jersey Shore Boat Sale and Expo. Save big, fish big. Inland, offshore, center consoles, and more. September 26th through 28th. Shore Town Ballpark. JerseyBoatExpo.com.
Life is better with a boat.
Introducing the Yak Attack Sandrig Surf Cart, the ultimate beach hauler for serious anglers. Glide effortlessly over soft sand with wide balloon wheels and lightweight, corrosion-resistant construction that's completely customizable with options. Whether it's rods, coolers, or tackle, haul it all with ease. Built by surf fishermen and engineered by Yak Attack.
So with fluke season over and the head boats of New Jersey prepping for the opening day of black sea bass next week, of course, porgy fishing is already underway, and a lot of folks are already chasing the albies, the false albacore, and the bonita, and the Spanish mackerel, especially up along the Sandy Hook region. But let's get another look at some of the highlight catches, summer flounder, from the 2025 season with Jenni Ackerman in an open boat celebration in the winner's circle.
Winner Circle Part 2. Welcome back. I'm your host, Jenni Ackerman, and on this week's Open Boat, we are continuing with our Super Flukers Challenge. I got my laptop and we're ready to roll through Part 2. Now, if you remember for Super Flukers Challenge Part 2, I asked you guys to submit pictures of fluke that you caught on a teaser, and I went into just a basic bucktail teaser rig. Keep in mind, you can use that rig during the fall run striper season. If you recall, it was just simply a barrel swivel at the top, tied on with a uni knot. A little ways down, you have your dropper loop to pop your teaser on. And a lot of you guys were using either like Nantucket Candies or just a sand eel teaser. You can use that same sand eel teaser rig for the fall run if and when we have sand eels that stripers are feeding on. And then of course at the bottom, instead of a bucktail, which you still can do in a sand eel color, you can do an SP minnow. You can do, you know, a ton of different things, but that's basically, you can take the bucktail teaser rig and move on with it into the fall run and use it for striped bass. But let's get into some teaser caught fluke for the Super Flukers Challenge. Starting off with Andrew Kim, who caught his first fluke of the season on his teaser. And we have a couple pictures of Andrew here. Of course, the first fluke of the season is always a super exciting one because, you know, you're on the board, you're ready to go, you're honed in on a bite, and you're ready to catch some more. So congratulations, Andrew. Hopefully you caught a ton of more fluke after your first one. And moving on, we have from the Bayhead Shores Fishing Club, we have good friend Bob with his bucktail, or excuse me, his teaser fluke caught here, hanging out in the net. Quick, that's a nice fish too. You can see its belly section's chunky, so I know where he caught this fish, so I know what they were feeding on, so good job, Bob. And then we have Buds and Bass with their fluke caught on a teaser, and this is a nice sand eel teaser. They even paired up a little grub on the teaser too. So that's a really nice presentation that a big fluke would 100% smack down on, and the proof is in the pudding here with the picture. We have Carl Ward again. He's gonna be a familiar name in almost all of the Super Fluker Challenge entries. So thank you, Carl, for being in the loop with submitting all of your pictures. We have Carl Ward with a nice fluke on. I believe he made this teaser also. It's a very colorful, nice looking teaser. I like the blue sparkly head because, you know, blue and glitter. I live for that stuff. And then we have another familiar face. We have Dennis with a couple hollow teaser flukes. We got 1, we got 2, and we got 3, 4 submissions from Dennis with his hollow teaser caught fluke. And last but not least, we have Justin Elliott with a fluke. And this is just a simple naked teaser rig that he caught on a Q8 super bait. So a fluke with a Q8 naked teaser rig. It still counts just because it doesn't have the glitz and glamour of the sparkly shine of like a teaser, it still counts because it's on that teaser rig. So that wraps up the teaser submission. And remember what I said, keep in mind that you can use this during the fall run. Obviously, you're not gonna use this rig, I mean, if you're using like a pencil popper, because just for me personally, that just gets in the way. I know some people kind of like using a teaser with a pencil popper, but that's just my personal opinion that I just stick with, you know, barrel swivel, leader, and then have a direct tie of a pencil popper, or I have a TA clip so I can quick switch plugs. But when you have sand eels around, definitely consider using that same teaser rig because it's a universal rig. You can use it for fluke, you can use it for stripers. If you want to go crazy and there's bluefish around and you want to throw something like that, you could double up on bluefish, which is a ferocious frenzy of fun. Say that 5 times fast, I dare you. But that's just something that you could always, you know, keep in your back pocket, save for later. It's a great one to use for everything, basically. So that was part 2 of the winner circle, and we are still trucking along here with our submissions. I have so many excellent subscribers sending me in pictures for every single part of the Super Fluker Challenge. So thank you guys. We're gonna continue on to part 3, which is the live bait edition of the Super Flukers Challenge. So stay tuned for next week's open boat as we continue on with the winner circle.
Here we go. This is the last weekend of September, and here are the entries for the Dream Boat Contest. First up, we have Long Island subscriber Rashawn Williams of Brooklyn, and no stranger to the contest with his porgy of 2.76 pounds, weighed in at East Coast Fishing, placing him 4th in the porgy category and adding 2 points to his leaderboard standings. Next, with his first entry of the challenge, is Long Island subscriber Ross Nasawiski from Massapequa, New York, taking 4th in the fluke category with a weight of 10.88 pounds, weighed in at Combs Bait and Tackle in Amityville, Long Island. The leaderboard is looking like this week. Thomas Luciano, 1 point down from last week with 21 points. Rashawn Williams taking 2nd, adding 2 points from last week with 17 points. And Jeffrey Harrison holding on to 3rd, down 1 point from last week with 12 points. Are you the best angler in the Northeast? Well, now is your chance to prove it. The Fisherman's Dream Boat Contest is back. Win this Steigercraft center console powered by Yamaha along with these other great prizes. Fish hard and weigh in as many of these species to be top on the leaderboard. What's the catch? You must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine. All it takes is 1 fish on the board to win a great prize. So however you fish, you have a shot. For all the details and official rules, visit thefisherman.com.
It was a slow week in the Coastal Kayak Clash. We only had 1 fish entered. That was a 20-inch sea bass entered by Bob Wagner, which is 2nd place in the black sea bass category. Everything else remains the same. We've got Eddie Roman in 3rd place with 6 points. Rotha Nong in 2nd place, also with 6 points. And Dustin Stevens still leading the game with 8 total points.
Hey kayakers, the Fisherman's Coastal Kayak Clash Contest is back. Win this fully outfitted Hobie Mirage Lynx kayak from Yak Attack along with other great prizes. Catch and release as many of these species to be top on the leaderboard. To enter, you must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine, fish from a kayak, and document your catch. Many chances to win great prizes, so get out there on the water now and fish hard. To be part of the action, you must be a subscriber and register at thefisherman.com.
So the northeasterlies that we had last week kind of did something special to a handful of people that I learned. Now that is, there are stripers offshore and toward our northeast, and a good heave can put some of those fish onto our local beaches. It's not blitz fishing, mind you. It's no massacre. We're not talking about the start of the fall run, but we're about that time. That will come soon enough. That said, a lot of the night creepers in particular along the, well, let's say especially the northern coast, but I'm sure guys down in South Jersey are doing it too. But I did get a few messages from folks, and one was Billy Coppola. Maybe this will put it all in better perspective. He told me Friday there was a lot of bait, tons of peanut bunker in close. He fished the whole incoming from midnight until sunup, no bass. But ever the optimist, Billy said he figured with the new moon coming, the west-northwest winds in the forecast last weekend, on the incoming tide, he said, quote, I usually hit real good with these conditions in the later fall. So Saturday he gave it another shot, lost something pretty good, but that was it for 7 hours. Says, oh well, I guess there's always tonight, and tonight comes. So on Sunday night he's out again, found some fish somewhere in Monmouth County, kind of sluggish, he said. Olive and white stubby bucktail with a white twister rind that he cut short, about 4 inches, total lure size. That was matching the hatch, the size of the peanut bunker. He said he fished from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., ended up with 3 fish, good action. He did say that nothing was really committing to the strike, just kind of swiping at it. But again, that's where we are right at the start now. And you know how we get reports, right? I get reports from people who are texting me. If I'm out myself, we get them for the tackle shops, for hire captains. And how do the tackle shops get their reports? They get the reports from folks that stop in and let them know. So by someone breaking the ice and getting out there and letting us know there's some fish around, putting in their time, it allows lazy bums like me to sit back at home and wait for the reports to happen. Or you can go out and do some plugging yourself. As the late Tom Grumpy Hansen used to say, don't just read the reports, make the reports. Well, boys and girls, it's about that time. Might not be gangbusters, but there are stripers to be had. A few more cool nights and a less Indian summer, and perhaps the back bays and surf will start to become more productive. But I can't stress enough that somebody's got to break the seal. Might as well be you and I. Get your fall surf gear in order now. Do not wait for when things are gangbusters, because it could happen at any time. By the way, if you like bucktailing in the surf, as Billy mentioned with that bucktail success, or you want to know more about it, next Thursday, October 2nd, the maker of Gen X, the Gen X bucktail, rod builder, great all-around angler, the open boat maven, a terrific person, Jenni Ackerman, is going to be at Gabriel Tackle in Brick, talking tactics in the surf. That gets underway at 6:30 p.m. a week from today. Now, first, Sunday, September 28th at Sunset Park in Seaside, the Advanced Fishing USA team, Century Rods, JS, and Striker, they're holding a surf angler showcase from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and it looks like there will be plenty of lure opportunities for you to check out there. Shelly Karras, Bill Gepp, Back Bay Plugs, Papa Plugs, Papa's Pride, After Hours, Lemire, Happy Baits, and more. Free admission, free parking. That is on Sunday the 28th. Otherwise, by day, there are lots and lots of panfish to be had at this time. I did mention the false albacore. When the conditions are right, you want to arm yourself with those slim metals anywhere from Sandy Hook to Cape May. But predominantly that part of the bite that's really, really good is Albee Alley, Sandy Hook, along the Monmouth County beaches, and I see them in Bay Head every once in a while too. But getting back to the panfish, Manny Butera was fishing the Stone Harbor surf last week, targeting kingfish and spot. Not much happening on the kingfish, he said, but the spot and unexpectedly a good batch of pompano were thick in the surf. Manny said he started at dead low, fished through high tide with fish bite, bloodworm, and tipped the hook with a small bit of live or fresh bloodworm as well. Now, the crew at Hands 2 Bait and Tackle in Cape May reported to us this week that the local jetties are seeing a mix of tog, sheepshead, and still triggerfish, as the water is still on the warmer side at this point. I would look at the conditions on the surf front whenever you possibly can and monitor the temperatures. I checked the Atlantic City surf temperatures on Wednesday morning, a couple of hours before high tide, 71 degrees, which was nearly 2 degrees cooler than low tide, but still is rather tropical. And again, more cooler nights and less of the warmer days. As that water temperature starts to cool off a little bit, we'll see those exotics move out, but that should really amplify our striper bite in the back and out front along the beaches as well. Now, in our weekly report at thefisherman.com from the crew at Higbee's in Fortescue, you can get that, like I said, every week, thefisherman.com. But Cliff said there's a diverse mix of species being caught right now as the fluke season ends. A lot of anglers are switching over to blues, weakfish, tog, and croakers. Weakfish will take cut baits like cut spot, same as the bluefish will. But a fresh cheddar crab is even better for some of those weak fish. Try fish bites or bloodworms for croakers. Tog action is good on the wrecks and along the lighthouses. And again, this past weekend, Cliff and the folks at Higbee's reported there were still quite a few sheep's head around in Delaware Bay as well. Now, as you move up around the bend in Delaware and on up the Delaware River, one of the popular targets of late, the last few years, has been some of those jumbo flathead catfish from shore. Subscribers may remember from our August edition in the Fisherman magazine an article by David Migdal. It was called Simple Pleasures, Catfishing in South Jersey. You can find that at thefisherman.com. Just type in flathead in the search magnifying glass at the top right of thefisherman.com. You can get that article and others. In fact, there's another great article from 2022 from Kenny Beam that dives deeper into that flathead situation and how you can catch them. And of course, we'd really like to catch every blue catfish you can, every single one of them. Take them home, cook them up for dinner. Pocono Outdoors Guy George Schauer has a unique look at flathead fishing this week. So in addition to his Pocono Outdoors report, you're also going to get a sneak peek into what it's like flathead fishing at night.
Well, hey, thanks, Jim. You know, looks like we might get a little bit of rain here any minute in the Poconos, but it's certainly much needed. Many of the lake streams, creeks, and rivers are running really slow, so we really need all the help we can get as far as the rain goes. It's not stopping guys from getting out and wetting a line. In fact, I had some of the regulars check in. Chris Matchison from South Jersey checked in with a couple of crappie he got early morning down there in the South Jersey area. He said he was getting them on shiners, but you can certainly get them on those little Kiteks, a little bit of hair jigs. If they're really aggressive, you can get them on some of those jerk baits. So a lot of good fishing right now for those crappie. Our regulars from the Delaware River, Tim Keebler checked in. He says, you know, a lot of guys are out hitting smallmouth and they're doing fantastic, but there's still some great holdover striper fishing if you want to take some time and get into them as well. And from let's see, Jersey over in the Delran area, we had Ashford King checked in. Well, he was pond hopping and getting on a couple of these largemouth in the area as well. So lots of fish if you want to get out and wet a line. Me, myself, you know, we've been talking about those flathead fishing now for quite some time, and that's something I've been looking to check off my bucket list. Well, I got a call from my friend Josh Taylor. He said, let's go check it out. So I grabbed the night vision camera and headed for the water. Here, check it out. Well, hey guys, I just got back from my trip to New England, came in from Massachusetts, and guess what? As soon as I get in, my good friend Josh Taylor calls and says, hey, you up for some flathead fishing? Well, I've been talking about this for a while, as you know, so I couldn't pass up the opportunity. Come down here to the Schuylkill River with my good friend Josh. We're gonna see if we can get into a couple of these flatheads tonight. So the sun is going down, perfect time. We got all of our lines out, rod set, ready to go once it starts getting dark. We got some bells on the line so we can hear them when they start getting hit. Got a few lights as well if we need them, so I think we'll be in really good shape. Maybe get one of these really nice flatheads tonight, so we'll see. Well, we finally had one go off. We've been watching these fish play with these baits now for about a half an hour. One finally hooked into one here. Oh, they fight really nice, Josh.
Oh yeah. Keep him out of that tree down there, George.
Yeah,
work him up here aggressively.
He's got a little bit of power behind him.
Oh yeah.
He said not yet.
Feel like a nice fish, George?
Feels like a pretty decent one.
Good.
It's not a monster.
Not a monster? It's a start.
I bet you he's probably 8 to 10.
Okay, okay. Oh yeah, I see him. I'm gonna have to put the camera down for a sec.
Woo. I'll tell you what, I thought this was about 8 to 10. It's probably twice that. What a beast. Beautiful flathead catfish.
Beautiful flathead that George just caught. I'm just walking it out here in the water for the release.
Oh.
There he goes. Right back out.
Woo. That was a hell of a fish.
Yeah, we weren't even here long. Let's get another one. So the setup tonight, we're using roughly 7-foot rods, no roll bank sinkers, so we don't roll around too much in the current. I have a short leash, maybe 4 or 5 inches, going down to a 7/0 circle hook, but you can kind of match that to whatever bait you're using. Lobbing it out there into the current and doing our wading.
Hooked up. Hooked up what feels like a nice fish. Using lots of current out there. Oh yeah, feels like a good one. Hopefully we can get them in. There's lots of snags out there. Whoa! Just shot all the way upriver. Oh yeah, beautiful Schuylkill River flathead. Got him. Got him. Let me just pop this hook out right here. Give you guys a look. Unhooked. Have to get a little wet for this one. He got tangled up in my other line. Perfect. Oh, beautiful Schuylkill flathead. Give him a nice side profile there on him. This one's probably similar size to George. This actually might be a little smaller. George might have me beat. But look at that. Beautiful. We're in skinny water here on these flatheads. Sweet. All right, gonna walk this guy out. Kind of tangled up in lines here, but gonna get him out. Whoa! I guess he was ready to go. He's gone. Hey guys, Schuylkill River flathead catfishing out with my good friend Josh Taylor from Fish Fever Guide Service. Had a great night. We each got one. Lost a couple though. I mean, the shallow water has these rocks up. It's a little tricky.
Yeah, you got to get to them real quick, and trying to film with the camera makes it a little tricky.
But it was a really great night. I'll tell you what, if you guys have a chance to get out and fish either Susquehanna, Schuylkill, or the Delaware River, it's a great thing. Just get out there after dark, lots of fresh baits, and give it a try. From Pennsylvania, I'm George, your Pocono Outdoors Guy.
In the famed waters of Panama awaits a fishing experience like no other. Tropic Star Lodge welcomes anglers to get in on world-famous fishing action. Plan your perfect trip today. Tropic Star Lodge, the ultimate in fishing adventures for more than 60 years.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing, that nothing says no to fish bites.
The Association of Surf Angling Club season is underway. Next up is the Pennsauken Surf Fishing Club's 70th annual surf fishing tournament for teams and individuals this Saturday, September 27th in Wildwood Crest. Registration will take place at the Holly Beach Volunteer Fire Company. That's at 103 West Montgomery Avenue in Wildwood from 6 till 7 a.m. A couple of tournament sessions after that, and of course the award session, the award ceremony back at the fire company. For details, you can call Pam Thompson at 609-680-9842 or visit asaconline.org for the entire tournament schedule. An event I used to love checking out many, many years ago, but just got too darn busy to do it now, is the 43rd annual Old Time Barnegat Bay Decoy and Gunning Show, which is Saturday and Sunday, September 27th and 28th. That's at Seaman County Park and the Tuckerton Seaport. They have decoy demonstrations. There was a fish carving demonstration this year, so a lot of good hunting and fishing stuff out there. That is both days from 9 to 4. For information, you can visit oceancountyparks.org and see the full write-up in the September edition of the Fisherman magazine. Of course, what would a weekly video fishing forecast be here of late without another striped bass meeting? Now, if you couldn't physically attend the Manahawkin meeting, the Delaware meeting, or the Pennsylvania meeting, fret not, my friends. The general public webinar is coming up on Monday, September 29th. That's from 6 to 8 p.m. Details are on the screen right now, but you can also get the details by going to asmfc.org. This is your last chance to see the presentation, maybe ask some questions before getting your public comments on this striped bass situation back to the ASMFC in time for the October 3rd deadline. Now, weather-wise, things are looking pretty good inshore and offshore this weekend. If you want some canyon running advice, you got to check out the Canyon Runner exclusive in our weekly offshore report. It encompasses New England, Long Island, and the New Jersey Delaware Bay region. You can find it. It is in the email alert that comes out with this video on Thursday. You can also find it at our website, thefisherman.com, and it gets released at our Fisherman YouTube page as well. Again, while we may see a little spotty precipitation here and there at the Jersey Shore over the coming days, fishability-wise, looking at the NOAA marine forecasts, everything looks good. Again, come see us this weekend here in Lakewood at the boat show. We'll be set up inside the marketplace. John and Jenny will be here Saturday and Sunday. I will be here Friday. Hope to see you, catch them up. I'll see you again next week right here at thefisherman.com.